Hi everyone, this is your video for your Chapter 5 grammar, particularly the part about adjectives. So it may take 2 videos for me to get through this, but we're going to do the best that we can. First of all, in this chapter, the big grammar is adjectives. You've got some terminology, adjective, number, case, irregular verbs, so make sure you look at those. And now we're going to talk about adjectives because I think that's the one thing that everybody has the most trouble with. So, the facts about adjectives. First of all, adjectives must agree with nouns in gender, number, and case. Adjectives belong to declensions, which is good because you've already learned declension endings, so you're going to be using the same endings you've already learned. Any adjective from any declension can modify any noun. So adjectives and nouns do not have to agree in declension. In this chapter, you're only going to learn first and second declension adjectives, which means that they're only going to use first and second declension endings. First declension adjectives decline like puella from the noun chart. Second declension adjectives decline like amicus from the noun chart. When you get these in your vocab, you are going to see that you get 2 forms. Sometimes you get a third form, which is like this. Okay? So this first form is masculine, the second one is feminine, and the third one is neuter. An adjective is like a toolbox. It has to be able to fit with any noun, no matter what gender that noun is. So what I'm going to do is show you how to modify a noun with an adjective. You need 2 things for that. Well, actually, you only need 1. You need this noun chart right here. I've sent you the noun chart. Hopefully you've seen it, you're using it. There are lots of kinds of adjectives. 2 main kinds. First and second declension adjectives. That's one kind. And third declension adjectives. You're not learning third declension adjectives. So you're only going to be using third declension here for nouns. And then you're going to use first declension for the feminine endings on adjectives when you need a feminine, and the second declension for masculine. Let me show you some examples. So here we go. You're given the noun amicos, for example. The first thing you have to do is start with the noun, okay? Because nouns don't agree with adjectives. Adjectives have to do what nouns do. So you're going to determine gender, number, and case of the noun first. So the first thing we have to do is think, okay, what is amicos? What gender, number, and case is it? Well, if you know your vocab, you know amicus is second declension and it's masculine. So then we go to our noun chart. We go to second declension. We find the OS. There it is right there. So this noun is accusative, masculine, and plural. So let's write that down. Accusative, masculine, and plural. Now we need to make our adjective pair also masculine, accusative, and plural. So how do we do that? Well, we use the same endings. Pulcher is listed in your vocab as pulcher, pulcra, pulcrum. This one's the masculine, this one's the feminine, this one's the neuter. So all we have to do, because our noun is masculine, is go to that noun chart, find the masculine, that's second declension, accusative plural ending, and it's OS. So this adjective will actually match. So the answer is Pulcros, pulchros. So your answer would be amicus pulchros. Both of those are masculine accusative plural. Now, what happened to that E right there? Well, in your vocab, you can see that only this form has the E. The rest of them have the stem Pulchr and then an ending. So that's where we got the stem. Let's do another one. Remember, any noun or any adjective can modify any noun. So all of these adjectives that we're learning here are first and second declension adjectives. So Fratribus is a third declension noun. You would know that if you looked it up in your vocab and you saw frater, fratris. Remember that is right there tells you that it's third declension. So now we go and we look at our noun chart to figure out the number and case. Third declension, ebus. Dative, well, you haven't learned the dative yet, so it must be ablative plural. Frater means brother, so it must be masculine. So we now know that this noun, fratribus, is masculine, ablative, and plural. All we have to do is change the ending on multus to make it masculine, ablative, plural. How do we do that? Noun chart. Remember, second declension is the masculine one. So ablative, plural, is is. So we go back here and we change multus to multis. Now fratribus multis agrees. Up here, the OS matches the OS because amicos is a second declension noun and pulchros is a first and second declension adjective. They use the same endings. But here, the endings don't match because what you have is a third declension noun that's being modified by a second declension adjective. People always say be true to yourself. Well, adjectives and nouns have to be true to themselves. Fratribus has to use a third declension ending because it's a third declension noun. And multus has to use second declension endings because it's a second declension adjective. Let's try one more. Here's sororum, and I want you to modify it with parvis. So the first thing you do is figure out the declension of sororum. If you looked it up in your vocab, you would see soror, sororis, and it means sister, so it's feminine. And is tells you that it's third declension. So let's see what means in third declension. Here's third declension. Here's It's genitive plural. So we know we're going to need to make parvis genitive, plural, and feminine. Well, how do we do that? Well, we go back to the noun chart, look at the feminine endings, genitive plural, it's arum. So that's the ending that we're going to add to our adjective. So parvis becomes parvarum. I hope that helped. If you have any other questions, let me know. Thank you.